Hello and welcome to Let's Play Toy Story 3. Now, this was actually a Let's Play that I was not originally intending on doing until it was actually recommended by one of my viewers on one of my previous videos from several months ago. I will go ahead and mention your username in the comments. If you're not okay with that, of course, let me know and I will remove it. But this game is actually a pretty hidden gem. And this is actually going to be kind of a blind Let's Play. So this is actually a game that I never really played. I'll be honest with you. When it was recommended, I looked into it. I always knew about the game and heard about it. And of course, I played Toy Story 2 on the N64. But the sequel is not a game I actually ever explored and ever played for myself. This was actually released on several different consoles, most notably on the Xbox 360, the Wii, and the PS3. So kind of interesting, but we're going to go ahead and jump into the very first cutscene.
Runaway train! The orphans! Dr. Porkchop.
That's Mr. Evil Dr. Porkchop to you. And I've got a score to settle with you, Sheriff Woody.
Alright, so we get things started here with the very first level. As you can see, we are jumping in playing as Woody. So in Toy Story 2, we were only limited to being able to play as Buzz. As you can see, we found our first collector card. So collector cards are going to be pretty much the main collectible in the main story of the game. So we have a lot of these cards to collect, and basically what we're going to be doing is we're going to be finding not only these cards, but some unlockable items for the toy box mode, which I will kind of talk about a little bit later once we get into that. So as you can see here, it's kind of explaining a little bit of a description of the collectibles that we'll find here in the main story. We will be able to unlock a lot of different character models, accessories, and various items that you will be able to utilize in that toy box mode. But for the main story, mainly what I'm going to be focusing on collecting are the collectible cards. So we have the Woody's Roundup cards, we have the Star Command cards, and of course the special cards. So these are all just various cards that have kind of more like a blue color, I think, for the most part. In each of the different levels, there's a total of 8 levels in the main story, and of course I would take a fall there right at the very beginning. This being the very first level, so we kind of jump right into things, so kind of cool. This is a pretty unique game, I have to say. So this is, like I said, this is technically going to be a blind Let's Play. I have played this level and the next 2 after it, but I have not played anything after that. I have seen YouTube videos of other walkthroughs and Let's Plays on the game, and I've seen a couple long plays where people will go through and post like an entire video or one video of the entire game, you know, going from start to finish. So kind of cool. It really enticed me to playing the game myself, and of course with the recommendation from one of my viewers, I figured I'd give it a shot, and I heard a lot of good things about the game when I got that recommendation, so I figured I'd give it a shot and play through it myself.
Yeah, bullseye!
Alright, so we are now on board on a train here. So they're basically giving us a little hint here where the blue capsules that we're going to find are essentially going to allow us to perform various movesets that you basically learn how to do once you hit these or find these blue capsules. I think you pretty much already have the ability to use all of these movesets. You just have to get a little bit of a tutorial on how to use them by, of course, touching these blue capsules. The red capsules are going to be some unlockables that we will be able to collect for the toy box mode. And then, of course, right there we have another roundup card, so very cool. But that's pretty much going to be the gist of the game. It's a pretty straightforward game, a really unique platformer, and you'll kind of see in the next level how unique it gets, where you pretty much team up with some other characters in the game, and you get to do a lot of unique platforming and a lot of teamwork between the main characters in the game here. What I do like here, as you see, we have Buzz Lightyear kind of helping us out a little bit. Actually, he's kind of destroying the train. I don't know if he's under control of Ham, who's taking the role of evil Dr. Porkchop. I love the fact that they bring the essentially like the imagination story of Andy. If you remember from the films, he would always kind of, when he would play with the toys, he would kind of do his little own imaginary story with, having Ham act as like an evil villain. And we're kind of seeing that play out here in this very first level, and that will actually play out for a lot of the game as well. And then we'll kind of get into kind of the main story that's taken right from the film with some of those characters, some of the new characters and new villains from the film. We will see them, like Lotso, of course, will appear coming up later on. And we'll have some other familiar faces that we've seen in the film as well. So yeah, a lot is taken from the film, but they do a lot to make it very different and very unique from the film as well, where it kind of creates its own awesome game. Like, it's really cool. And the alien guys are actually acting as villains as well. So yeah, this is essentially Andy's imaginary, essentially his imaginary story here. So kind of cool. We're on a train. Yeah, things just kind of kick off with a big, with a big boom here. So we're kind of maneuvering here. But yeah, like I said, I have played through this level. I just wanted to get a little practice into it. But yeah, for the most part, this is going to be blind. Other than, well, I mean, I guess you can say it's blind, even though I know what's coming up because I've seen other YouTubers take on all the levels in the game. It's not a long game at all. Like, it really isn't. I would actually say Toy Story 2 is a little bit longer than this one. And I don't even know which one I prefer, this compared to Toy Story 2, because this game looks very nice visually, but it was also released at a much later time than Toy Story 2, obviously. But during the peak of the Wii era, the Xbox 360 era. So yeah, they really did a lot of great work with the graphics and making it look really, I mean, it looks almost as close as it can to the film, in a game. So, but very, very cool. As you can see, we're picking up more of these cards here. We have to rescue these little, I guess they're like a little, I'm not really sure what you would call them, like little tyke looking characters, kind of similar to the little tyke people that we were helping in the previous game. And of course we have the alien guys kind of get in our way here. They're cute as well, though. I can't really hate on them, but it's kind of cool that you can kind of pick them up and just toss them off the train, just kind of carefree here. So that's kind of cool. But yeah, these guys are going to kind of show up to kind of get in our way and cause a little bit of a headache, but we can just kind of toss them. Their lasers can get kind of annoying, but yeah, you can just kind of jump over them and just toss them off the train like a cruel person would do, because these guys are so cute. I don't know why I'm tossing them off the train like an animal, but I am. But anyways, we're going to move right along here. There's another capsule right there. That's a red capsule, which is going to give us another unlockable. But I've kind of went over that, enough, I think, at this point. But as you can see, we have more tied up little people here that we need to rescue. And that's pretty much going to be the main objective for this first level. Each level will have a main objective that you have to accomplish in order to get through it, obviously. So it's not just going to be a simple, collectathon. Like in Toy Story 2, we essentially had the same type of collectibles in every level, which in this game you do with the cards. But they go a little bit more above and beyond, where you're actually achieving something specific in the level. You're not just collecting, your 5 Pizza Planet tokens and then moving on to the next one and then repeating the same thing. You're actually doing a lot more unique, you have a lot more unique objectives, where each level is very, very different from each other. So kind of cool. But again, I've only played through like level 3, I think was the last level I played, or the furthest level I've gotten through, so myself, other than seeing it done online. But yeah, I mean, pretty cool here. We have, of course, evil Dr. Porkchop here, kind of blasting us with lasers. But yeah, I really like this game. It's really, really fun. And just the fact that we start off on this train in this just extremely epic showdown setting here is just really cool. And what better way to start off as the cowboy hero Woody himself than in a Western theme? I think that's such a great idea to start this adventure off with, as a perfect environment for Woody and this story, you know, kind of starting off. This is essentially, I guess, from what I understand, this is just kind of like an imagination from Andy. Like, this isn't actually something that happens in the movie. From what I remember, I don't know, it's been a while since I've seen the movie. But yeah, pretty cool stuff going on here. But yeah, I love the fact that just these levels feel a lot more, I don't know, they feel more thrilling. You kind of get a lot more immersed in them. And as much as I love Toy Story 2, like, this game has a lot of stuff that Toy Story 2 never really did, so kind of cool. But that's pretty much going to do it for the first level. Yeah, pretty short first level, but not too bad. We're just kind of going from point A to point B here, saving some little people, and moving right along. Yeah, that's pretty much going to do it.
And so the evil Dr. Porkchop was defeated, and the orphan train made it safely to its destination.
Wait a sec. You had a giant pig ship and a fleet of attack drones, and you lost to a cowboy on a horse?
I love the little tennis balls just chilling there in that bag.
Oh, right. Blame the eye patch.
Anyway, back to the game board.
Which, if I can say, is seriously impressive. I cannot believe you built this.
Yeah, well, I wanted to create a map that featured all of the significant landmarks we encountered on our exciting journey here.
Hey, what's next? Should we go to Andy's house?
Watch it, Rex. Just knocked Al's toy barn into the pond.
Oh, sorry, I'm
You
sorry.
hollowhead. Oh, I'm gonna have to reset the whole town.
Pardon me? What's this area again?
Hey, good eye, my prickly friend. That is a special part of the game called Woody's Roundup, where you can roam free, upholding justice as a sheriff in the Old West.
Cool. We can go there? Really? Let's go.
Only if a certain lizard brain promises not to stomp it to smithereens.
I probably won't. I promise.
Good old Rex there, just causing some annoyance, of course, and the toys' little imagination there. Yeah, as you can see, the toys are kind of playing their own little imaginary game there, and we're kind of living it through that first level. But we're gonna actually jump into the toy box mode. So I don't know why, but I think it's supposed to automatically throw you into this mode after the first level. I think it's because I didn't completely delete my save file on this on my Xbox here. But we're gonna jump into toy box mode just temporarily because I kind of want to show it off just a little bit and kind of show you kind of what it looks like.
I, Mayor Ham, hereby make you the sheriff of Woody's Roundup. Congratulations! You're now in charge of bringing order and prosperity to our town. So bring in some gold and new toys to spruce up the place.
So as you can see, this is essentially just like a pretty cool sandbox type of mode here, where you get to basically do some free exploration in this little side bonus section here, you know, sandbox section. So you're essentially given a mission list. So you have you start off with kind of, you know, one mission at a time, and then it will eventually increase in length as you do more things. And the more missions you complete, you unlock more rewards, collectibles, and other missions to complete as well. But Ham here is going to be kind of your main, he's going to be kind of your main character that's going to give you a lot of the first missions here, and he acts as the mayor of this little western type of area here. I can't remember exactly what this place is called, but you will actually encounter many different locations in this toy box mode, and Ham just kind of starts off as the mayor, giving you some of your first objectives here. So he's basically telling us that once you have an exclamation, or once there is an exclamation point above some of these characters' heads, that essentially indicates that they have a new mission for you. We're not really going to do a lot here right now. I'm going to show this much later once I finish the main story of the game. I just want to kind of jump into it and kind of show you kind of what it looks like. But yeah, it's essentially like a cool little western town here, just to start off, and then we can explore as we get more into the missions in this toy box mode. We can explore a lot of other locations in the toy box itself. So kind of cool. I actually really like this. It is very, very endless when it comes to the missions. I have played through a lot of these missions in the toy box mode because I kind of had fun with it before even going on and completing the main story. As you see, Prospector's actually over there as well. Nice little cameo from the second game as well, in the second movie. We're gonna go ahead and just leave, but I will show this off more in depth after we finish the main story of the game. But that's pretty much going to do it for this first episode. Kind of a shorter episode. Some of these might be shorter, some might be longer. It just kind of depends on the level. But next time, we are actually going to take on the next level, and it's actually going to be located at Andy's house. So yes, we're going to move right along on this little board. It seems like a board game here that the toys are having fun with, and that'll essentially act as our main story. So we went ahead, as you can see, we got all the collectibles in the train level, and next time we're taking on Hold the Phone, and we have a lot more collectibles to collect as well, and we are going to be getting every single one of these in each of these levels. So until then, I will see you later.